Afternoon, everybody. How we doing? Ooh. That was a bit lastminute.com actually. I forgot to put my mic on. Anyway, I'm here. We made it. We made it at last. So, the consensus was that we carry on with this Dansette today and we see if we got this speaker sorted. I'm not sure though. What do you think? It was dodgy. Let me just sort this other light out a minute. I've got one light that's not on. That's better. And my Christmas lights. I'll be in trouble with Mrs. Cruncher, else won't I, if I ain't got my Christmas lights on. Right, I'm running over all sorts of cables here, so let me just sort myself out. There we go. That's better. That's betterer. 50-50, yeah. Floppy's in first. Rob Cross, Michael Stevens. Good to see you, Michael. Simon's World. Floppy. Derek's in, but he's off on a 2-meter distance net. Are they running that on SSB, Derek, or are they on FM? So we can always have send into them in a minute. Michael Hyde, how you doing, Michael? Matt Vision, I think I did say hello to you, Simon's World, didn't I? I'm sure I did, just in case. Hi, Matt Vision, David Roberts, Theo, Aston, Timothy Kahn, Nick Petrox, Angie, Robert Head. Hi, Robert. Merry Christmas to you, sir, mate. Rob Titheridge just made it. Same as me, Rob. Only just. Evening, Doug. Anthony Carter. Rolf's house. Just finished making mince pies. Oh, you've got it on your channel, Rolf, have you? We'll have a look at that later. I will. Hey, Harvey. He's popped in again. Speaker testing, yeah. Yeah. No worries, Andy Beck. Lining up the beers. Yes, how you doing, mate? Afternoon, Colin. Afternoon, Cyberflyer. Multi. Hi, Multi. Dave Rhodes. Hi, Dave. Is it Multi because you like lots of malt whiskey? Like myself. Bit of a whiskey fan. GT Jeff, how you doing, GT? Jeff, even? It's going to be one of those days, isn't it? It's going to be one of those days. Oh, it's on FM, but you're being advised to stay 2 meters apart. Oh, but is it in some sort of, are you in some sort of hut or something, Derek? Are you? Rob, thank you, Rob. I keep forgetting which thumb's nearest the camera. Cheers, Rob. I hope you like my Christmas attire today. Very Christmassy. I've got, obviously, Father Christmas has got to make an appearance. He's coming soon. He's coming soon. So we can listen into your net. We can listen into your net live, Derek. I might even be able to call in, actually, if it's on FM. that'd be fun, wouldn't it? We call into Derek's net live, shall we? Mind you, I don't know if I can hear. I don't know if I'll be able to hear it up here, Derek. What time does it start, mate? And we'll tune in. We'll tune in live. Cruncher versus the Welsh net. Okay, right. Someone waiting patiently in the wings, don't forget, as per usual. And he's got new batteries. That's why I was like pushing it a bit, because I had to stick some new batteries in our friend Mr. Penguin's back body. He had to have some new ones. Look at him, he's so shiny now. So shiny. Elsa brushing the snow off. Yeah, he's coming soon. What have you got there, Mr. Penguin? Nothing. Yes, you have. No, yes. 21. My age. What have we got in number 21 today? Oh, I like this one. Oh, this is one of my faves. Thank you, Mr. Penguin. Sort of. No, be nice. Cranbourne Poacher. Very nice. Very nice. Cranbourne Poacher. Mrs. Cruncher knows my beers, doesn't she? She knows them. She knows them. She knows them. The Cranbourne Poacher. Now this is very, very nice. It's not radio station. It's amateur radio, Rob. Could you hear Wales? You probably can hear Wales from there, can't you? Actually. So if you scroll back up, Derek gave you the frequency earlier. I think it's 144,475, was it? 575. 144,575. I've got the radio switched on here and all connected up, so just noise on there at the moment. It might be that my computer gear and that is going to interfere too much with it, but we'll see. You never know. You never know. We could make a guest appearance. Right, let me just catch up with the chat. So it's on from 7 till 9. Oh, malt, as in malt from malted barley. Okay. Oh, you brew your own malty. Very nice. Very nice malty. I was going to brew some this year. I've got a kit. I don't brew it using raw ingredients. I buy the kits and just fiddle about with it a little bit to make it more to my taste. So let's crack open the Cranbourne Poacher though. 5.7%. This is a cracking beer. Rich and fruity ruby ale, but that's got like a fruit taste to it. I don't know what it is they've done to it, but it says complex flavours of damson and licorice, and it has got a fruity taste to it. But Dorset Brewers, Badger Ales, Blandford in Dorset. I take it they mean Blandford Forum and they're just shortening it. You're live on River Gibbs FM on Boxing Day at 9 PM, are you now? River Gibbs, is that available on the internet, Ralph, or is it just up your way? Can we get it on tuning radio or something like that via the internet? I'd be interested to hear what you've got to say, Ralph. Hopefully it's battery buffers are gonna appear at some stage. Are you going to be talking about battery buffers or not? You could give a shout out to Mr. Penguin, he'd love that. Guildford, I don't know, it depends how far the net goes, isn't it? Because oh, that's lovely. I could drink that by the barrel full. It really depends on how far the net runs and who's on it. And if you've got someone up there on real high ground, you could well hear it. Don't know. I'm saying that now, Surrey's a bit far in it. I take it as Surrey, isn't it, Guildford? Oh, maybe it's the tea ladies with you live. What's Theo saying? The latest on Santa? Hang on then. So latest reports the elves will have the sleigh loaded up by 1800 Christmas Eve, then break for bacon sarnies, and then they'll be off with Santa holding the reins. Yeah, I think we're going to beat Santa to it this year. And Mrs. Cruncher's on a half-day Christmas Eve, and I've got my lad here as well, so we'll be doing an earlier stream on Christmas Eve. Tomorrow's going to be shortwave listening. I've got to set that up. I've still got to work out exactly what I'm going to use here. Conditions are up on 2 meters. French repeaters are coming through this afternoon. I did hear 10 meters was open as well, Nick. I don't know if anyone's checked 10 meters out. But yes, there you go. Cranbourne Poacher. You'd think some of these beer people would give me a shout out at some stage, wouldn't you? All this promoting I'm doing for them. You'd think I'd get sponsorship. Mind you, I've got beer from Fat Tony and from Chris, All the Gear, No Idea. I must show you what he got me as well. Very kind of him. He got me a nice case of Brewdog. Brewdog. Some of it's very nice as well. Elvis juice. Now, when I first tasted Elvis juice, I was like, nah, it's not right. But the stuff I've tasted recently, it's absolutely lovely. I don't know why, but I've just got a taste for it now. Anyway, cheers, people. Happy Christmas. So let's do a bit of rearranging here, shall we? And I'll show you a few bits and pieces, shall we? So let's sort these cameras out. How about if we get down here? Yeah. Wasn't that speaker in pieces? Didn't I glue this speaker up and leave it overnight? I did. And I came in this morning and I took the shims out. And he's only gone and done it, hasn't he? He's only fixed it. So who were the doubters? Let's put a decent speaker near it. We can't do that.
I'm a good manager because you finished your career early. I think he was captain
Oh yes.
when Ireland growing up. In all ages,
Cruncher's done it.
He got that leadership inside him. I know that they're looking for another coach to go with him, another full-time coach, or whoever that may be. I know completely with it. Producer Joseph, amazing. You couldn't be.
So, unfortunately, our local radio station is no more. So Radio Devon was the strongest station here, but we can't get any more. Long wave.
And of course, one of the overwhelming issues here is the vaccination rate, which, whilst it is not, compared to the UK, flat low, it's 70%, and it still seems to be
It's
very
actually working. Can you believe that?
Be able to tackle the disease, so you need sort of 80-90% or higher even, and also a slowness over booster shots.
So there you are. It's done.
Sharpen as that comes to the bundle tab, probably.
It's working. I'm absolutely amazed. What a job that was. So this morning what I've done is sorry, that's blowing the camera out because all the white. Let's turn it around. See it blowing the camera out. I must get that off auto exposure. Andy Beck knew it. He did know it. He guessed it. Spoke to Andy earlier. He said, "You banged it. It's going to work." He said, "It's going to work." I said, "Nah, there's no way it's going to work." Cheers, Mac Vision. Dave Roberts. Yeah, it does make you wonder how long it's been dead. What he said, Colin. Cheers, Derek. I know. You thought it would work, but I didn't know if the smolder joint would stay stuck. Another vintage rate. It's not restored yet because I've been busy. Can you see something over here? You see something with a hole in it? If you can remember our dial scale, shall we call it? Because that's what you call it, isn't it? Theo, thank you, mate. Yeah, Theo, you were one of the doubters. You were one of the doubters. You were like, no, it's never going to work. Thanks, Theo. Anyway, like I say, I went a step further. So you can remember I did a bit of work on the dial, and I printed it out onto just some paper using the laser printer just to try it, just to see what it came out like, and it's pretty good. I mean, the camera's blowing it out a bit. See if we can get a bit closer. So that's it printed out on laser paper. Well, laser paper. Where's the goats? What's going on here today? I should say so. Keep an eye on me. So just printed out on plain paper, but with the colour laser printer. So then I think it was Rich suggested that I get some gold paper and try. Someone else, a few people actually suggested the gold paper. So I thought, well, I'll splash the boat out and we'll get some. You can see I've got some gold paper here, and you can't see it because I've cut it out. But I just had a bit of an experiment cutting holes, you see, because I thought I could make some nice Christmas decorations. No, that's not why I cut the holes. I cut the holes because I was experimenting with my hole cutter, and you can see I had a bit of an experiment printing out. I've actually printed that twice on the same image, that's slightly offset, and that's why it looks pretty rough. But I spent the morning messing about with Photoshop, and that to get rid of the gold on this and just leave the red and the black was an absolute nightmare. An absolute nightmare. But you know me, I don't give up, do I? I don't give up, do I? I just don't give up. So what about that? Oh dear. So there you are. I now have a nice shiny new gold Dansette dial plate. Now I've actually stuck it onto cardboard because paper on its own is too thin. So this is stuck onto cardboard, but it does look the part. This has had it. I mean, you can see the corrosion on the metallic film that they've used. It's really, really bad. But like Harvey says, I can always include that as the original. It's actually like new, isn't it? So we've got to fit that in a minute. It looks very good, Anthony, doesn't it? It looks very good. it was a lot of work. I probably spent, I would say, 3 hours on that in Photoshop. So basically I had to select the gold color and delete it, which is everything that you can see gold. I had to delete and just leave the red and the black. Of course, because it was so bad, there was lots of artifacts in that left as well that I had to clean up. So there's lots of text missing and all sorts of problems. So there you go. More speaker repairs in the future. Thank you, Harvey. So yeah, that's it's exactly the same size. I mean, this was mounted on cardboard anyway. If I did it again, I would probably put a little bit thinner card on it because this was quite difficult to cut. So let me show you how I did that. Let's come out a bit. So we've got the speaker done, and now we've recreated the dial. So this is the this is it mounted on. It's actually granola. It's a granola box, and I think, you know, get the best granola you can get to mount this on. And this is a coconut and hazel granola by Kellogg's. They might sponsor me, you never know. So I just cut a piece out there, and I put some PVA on it. So PVA the cardboard, and stuck the film to it, and then I left it on top of the boiler to dry. And then I used this this tricky little device to cut it out, hole cutter. Well, it's a circular paper cutter, quite a sharp blade, and it's quite nifty. You can see I've been practicing here. That's why I practiced to get the hole size right. So all you do basically, you just set it. You got a point there and a cutter there. You just pop it down. You just run it around and around and around, and eventually it cuts you out a nice circle. So that's how I cut it out, and obviously the inner piece. That was a bit trickier. The problem is the more you do it, the bigger the hole opens up in the center, and you start getting a little bit of offset on it. But there you go. Yes, thank you, Anthony. It was you that sent me the link to that, wasn't it? So thank you very much. It's certainly come out well. So we need to mount it on the front of the radio now. Let me just get my battery out a minute. So we need to mount it now. I think I'm going to use contact adhesive for this. I'm not convinced anything else will hold it tight enough. So I'm going to go with contact adhesive, which is quite aggressive. You only get one go at it. You only get one go at it, but it is going to look amazing, this. Even if I say so myself. It's still slightly bowed where it's dried. Say I only did this lunchtime, so well, I finished it at lunchtime. Started it this morning, finished it at lunchtime. So that's the plan. Let's do it. Get the old glue. Let's get the glue. Glue. Oh, you can't see it there, can you? Because I'm in the way of it there. Let me go up here. Let me go at the top there, out of the way. There you go. Get out of the way, Graham. Oh, you popped that one in the post for me, Derek, did you? I think that one would I might be able to just about make that one fit if I had to, Derek, because the speaker was a little bit big, the magnet on the back, I think, because there's not a lot of room in the back of this radio. So let me just get this carefully, that I don't get any glue on the front of this at all. So I'm just using a glue brush. I mean, this glue brush, unfortunately, is going to be a write-off after. But these glue brushes are quite cheap. I buy them on Amazon in a pack of 12, I think they are, for about £6, something like that. So I don't need to coat the whole of the thing, because it's only the edge that's glued in. So I'm deliberately trying not to make it move on the desk. But this contact adhesive is the business. It's far better than your normal Evo stick. Right, I think that's pretty much covered. So I'm going to do the same on the grill. A little hair on there. I don't want this showing outside. If you can't really see that, let's just go up a little bit. I don't really want to move anything if I can help it. Right, let's not mess with it too much. That is done, so that needs about 5 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes to go tacky. Unfortunately, the brush is now a write-off because I can't use that for anything else. I've used it a few times. It's not a new one. That's what I PVA'd stuff on with this morning when I glued that thing on, and it's had quite a bit of use. So shame, but I don't know how you can clean. If anyone knows a way of cleaning an Evo stick off of these brushes, then let me know. But I don't know if white spirits or anything it is. You have the colour right, as the original radio was really red, so the red on the dial would have been bright red. Yeah, it's this has faded. It's been in the sun, I would assume. It's been on a windowsill. I mean, the retro brighting brought it up amazing. Thinners, I don't know. It's Evo stick. I don't know if it says anything on the actual tin whether you can clean it. What does it say? Storage, store in a cool, well ventilated area. No clamp is necessary. Yeah, you really don't need to do it to clamp it. PVC, wood, chipboard, hardboard, rubber, stone, metal, dents, yeah. Do not use on polystyrene or on cellulose painted surfaces. Yeah, it will melt polystyrene. So yeah, I really don't know how you can get Evo stick off of brushes, but I don't think you can. I think it's a throwaway. WD-40 may do it. You have glue where you didn't want it. On the brush. On the brush, that's the only place. I mean, I can get it off with isopropyl. When I've got it on the bench before, isopropyl will get that off, you see, no problem. But I don't know if it's man enough to do the actual brush. Acetone will clean it, will it really? Oh. That's worth a try then. Let's get offer the acetone bottle down again. Other brands are available. Tetrahydrochloride brake cleaning fluid on the fascia. I don't think I have, Harvey. Tell you what, I don't know if you're not supposed to touch this stuff. I don't know, but it's funny. It's got a cold feeling on it. It's getting it off. I probably shouldn't be touching that, should I? But Indie Pale Ale. Left side where the scale fits. Yeah, that's not me. That was already there, Harvey. I couldn't get that off. That was a product of the previous gluing situation. That's not me. Not guilty. Not guilty, sir. I think this is doing it actually, so you might have saved me a bit of cash there for buying. I've got acetone on the cutting mat now. That ain't gonna be nice. I think you've cracked it, people. Thank you a million, Chip, and welcome, mate. Radio Jed, hi Jed. Thanks, Anthony. Nice. Well, let's see if that does it. Oh, better not let that drop down. Excuse me with my guts in the camera. See if that does put that back over there for now. Right, yeah, I think you're referring to the little bit here, aren't you, Harvey? This bit. Yeah, that didn't come off with a retro bright in that. Right, so the key to this is going to be getting it absolutely bang on central, isn't it? We've got to get this central. I think I need more beer. I'm getting nervous now. No, I think it's glued before and it's stained the plastic, Harvey. It's the retro brighting got most of it off. The only way I could get that off really would be to sand it. But I think we find that the actual dial will sort of cover that. So right, that's touch dry now. So let's see if I can line this up without cocking it up. I'm going to stand up to get a good angle on it. Oh yes. Right, a little bit of silicone grease on the spindle. Just so as it comes off in the future. We've got the pointer, right, I forgot about the pointer. You forgot about the pointer, Graham, didn't you? Right, let's get it, especially now that I've gone and put gunk all over it. Let's get it all the way to the left. this one on. I polished the pointer as well, just, you know, because that's the sort of thing I do. Let's polish that. Right, so now I've got to hold the spindle and move that pointer around now. I've covered it in grease. Right, let's see how it goes. A little bit too much. Let's just move that back. It's got a little bit of overlap both ways. Not that much though. Make sure it's not touching the paper, which it isn't. So I'm going to pop this back on for a minute, but I'm going to take this off again in a minute because I thought, what the heck, let's do a full alignment. So there we are. It's a bit wonky, mind you. The old spindle looks like it's bent. Yes, the alignment isn't great on that, but it's not really got anywhere it can go. And that's just how it is. So there we are. He's got his face back. Oh, and the other thing that I did, I don't know if you noticed, but can you remember this handle had all the silver missing on it? I forgot I'd done this. So I used the silver Sharpie and coloured it back in. I've left the original bits of plastic on the end, just so as you know, some of the future can see. But if I zoom in on that, so you can see where I've coloured it in. So this is the original film that's obviously been peeled off, and I've painted it back in with chrome. So there you are. That is a massive change from how it used to look. So let's see if I can find the original photo I took of it on the bench. Beep, 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 beep. So this one came in from Colin. G0XCF very kindly gave me this. So let me just get the full all the pictures from this radio on here. Just add that to an album. If I don't add these to albums, I can't find them to save my life. RT222. So that's the picture now as is. So let's Just show you what it used to look like. There she blows. So this is what it was like to start with. So it's it looks a bit darker than it actually is because of the camera's blowing it out a little bit. But you can certainly see the before and after. It's a bit lighter in this shot as well because it's shot outside. So yeah, you couldn't see through the dial, and it was caked in. I think it was nicotine. Bright in the center. It's not very bright, not very bright. Oh, this is just pictures of the amplifier. This was the knobs before. God, look at that. Look at the verdigris on that. And the on-off bezel. This is everything prior to cleaning. You can see the old dial stuck on there, all peeling up on the edges. That's that glue, look, Harvey. That's just stained it, unfortunately. But yeah, look at the bezels there for the on-off and the long medium wave, and the orange colour of it all as well. It's like an orangey white. There's a bit of a close-up of it on a white background prior to retro brighting. For those that haven't seen this, a lot of you would have seen this. So you can see where all the grime's gone through the grill and left the pattern of the grill as dirt on the actual back piece here. I think it was in a kitchen, so I mean, end of the day, if you've got a radio in a kitchen, it's going to pick up grease and muck. There's nothing you can do about it. So first thing was to chuck them in the ultrasonic cleaner, get rid of all the yuck. There's the front bubbling away. Foam cleaner for the actual case. So that's it washed, so it's a lot better. But you can see it's still quite an orange colour. Especially this bezel here. And this knob, really orangey. So this is the inside of my retro brighting box. This was a bit of a mistake really, because I put this in a pie dish, but I didn't cover it over. Of course, I've got a heater mat underneath here, and it just created a lot of condensation, which is probably quite toxic, I expect, with the hydrogen peroxide in it. So in the future, I think what I'm going to need to do is just cling film that over. And the same for this. I mean, I could have just put a glass lid on that, to be fair. But this is them as they went in, so you can see they're still pretty orangey. This is my retro brighting box with my full spectrum light on top of it, with a nice little picture of a nice plant on there. You wonder how they get away with stuff like that, don't you, really? Unreal. And this is just one of those really useful boxes with a plywood lid on it, cut out exactly the same size for that, with another piece of ply underneath. And that's it out of the retro brighting box. That's a massive difference, isn't it? That's a huge difference. So here's my speaker this morning. This is this morning's picture. So what I did, I glued the dust cover back on with PVA, and I just put a little tiny dabs of PVA. There was a little tear in it which I've fixed from behind. There was two actually that I fixed from behind, and three, wasn't there? So I've just reinforced the front of that with a bit of neat PVA. So that's all gone off. And there's a close-up of it. I don't think there's anything else. No, that's just me back in the radio now. So yeah, that was a success that I did not expect, to be fair. And that's it all back in. All the wires connected back up. So yeah, I was not expecting the best there. I was expecting the worst, really, but you know. Right. Let's just catch back up. Oh, I've got two. We've got two of me. Did I have me in all of that? I probably did, didn't I? Apologies for that. Just put a dial cord on a DAC 90A. You're feeling tired? I'm not surprised, Jed. Andy Cayley, happy Christmas to you as well, mate. You used old cord at first, snapped it twice. Cheers, Alfie. Thanks, Robert. Andy Tobin, how you doing, mate? Merry Christmas to you. Thanks, Andy. Just two bands this one, yes, medium wave and long wave. Spanky. Thank you, mate. It did, didn't it? It had me spellbound as well, Theo. Thank you. Right, so being that I've worked my backside off today to get this sorted in time for the stream, I thought it might be nice to give it a by the book alignment. What do you think? A by the book alignment. Now, what do I mean by that? So the white of the grill is blowing the picture out. If I put my hand over there, it'll lighten up. I take a hand off and it's just darkening down again. It's so white, it's blowing the camera out. It's all white. I have got the back panel. I've cleaned the back panel. That's all ready to go. I've even polished the screws that go in it. Look. I'm just a fussy git, and I. So yeah, I've even polished the little brass screws that go in the back. You know, finishing touches and all that, isn't it? Well, we're done with the back panel now. But yeah, I thought what we do is we give it a by the book alignment. See how we get on with it. Don't touch the transformers. Yeah, it's going to be dodgy, but we are going to touch them, Doug. We're going to touch them because we have the tool. We have the tool. We have the technology. I haven't tried them. If they're stuck, then we ain't touching them. Basically, if they're stuck, we ain't touching them. You had someone from India who restored radios in his town. You're wondering if the UV blocking spray with headlight lens cleaning will protect your fresh, bright plastic. Well, I have given it a once-over with this stuff, Harvey. I gave it a once-over with this stuff. And this has got UV protectant in it. Yeah, so it's got... it creates a protective barrier to block harmful elements like UV and oxidation. So I've actually coated it in that, so hopefully that should give it a bit more longevity. But you know, someone else in another 50 years time can go and retrobite it again. Well, 1961 this radio, 1961, so it's well over 50. It's knocking on, well, 60 years old, isn't it? Of course it is. 60-year-old this radio. Thanks, Andy. Don't touch your transformers. Yeah, right, okay. So let's see if I'm sure I've got the service information on the computer. I've got it printed out here, if not, but pardon me, I know you'll want to join in if you can. Adrian, go on, touch the transformers, touch them. Just touch them, Adrian. You animal. Where are we? Documents, is it in there? Decca TP85, that's old. Roberts Wambor. Iowa Bush. Realistic Pro. My God, I've got stuff everywhere here. This computer, I need to get in this computer and tidy it up really. It's a hell of a mess here. I'm sure I had well, have I stuck it in my downloads maybe? No, let me find it. I have got it in here somewhere, but it's decided it ain't gonna find it, isn't it? I'll just do a quick search. The trouble is when I'm connected to the live stream, it slows me right down. So let me just go and find it. Here we go. This will do. Right. Here we are then. This is the Dansette RT222. Hopefully you can see this. Let me just check that we're on. Yeah, we are. And this is very interesting. I looked through the transistor analysis and all the rest of it on this, and this circuit description is well worth reading through and just following it through on the schematic. It does explain the operation of the radio very well. I'm going to need another beer. This is a two beer stream. So it explains how the radio works very well, and it runs through the whole schematic for you right the way through to the speakers from left to right. It tells you exactly how it all works, which is great. Now, originally I was just going to align this as you would. You know, anyone that's done any alignments on these, basically you just chuck a loop in, you stick the IF in it, you trim the IF transformers for maximum signal on an output meter or an AVO. But this goes a little bit further. It wants you to connect it basically wants you to connect to the base of the 3 IF transistors. So it starts you off on TR3, connecting to the base of TR3, which is the last IF. Peaking it for max, then TR2, peaking it for max, TR1, peaking it for max. And they've even gone so far as to give you a little diagram here of where you connect all your bits and pieces to. So it tells you where everything is on the print. So it's a bit of a pain because it means I've got to pop the radio back out the chassis again. But I thought it'd be nice to actually do it as per the trader sheet, if we can. I might not be able to do it, I don't know. I'm no expert on this, people, so don't expect me to tell you how to do it. You can interpret it your own way, but it's fairly straightforward to line this. You could just stick the IF through a coil, but we're going to do it as it says here. So equipment required. Let's just zoom in a bit closer. AM signal generator, we've got that. High resistance, 0 to 2.5 volt DC voltmeter. So I think we're going to use either an AVO or my output meter. It might be better to use the output meter and disconnect the speaker altogether. An RF coupling loop constructed by winding 3 turns of insulated wire to a diameter of 10 inches with a 430 ohm resistor connected in series. So 430 ohm resistor, that's a bit of a strange size, isn't it? Or is that a standard one? 430, not sure, I've not investigated that yet. And then it says a 0.5 microfarad capacitor and an 820 ohm resistor wired in series for use as a generator terminating network. A 1 microfarad capacitor and a bladed type trimming tool for the IS transformers. IF transformers. So, as I say, this is... hang on, what we're doing here. Get off, we don't want to go into the store. Let's just zoom back out again in a minute. So this is our little connection diagram. I mean, it says a 1 microfarad capacitor. I'm assuming they mean a non-polarized? Because, I mean, what's a 1 microfarad in nanofarads? Where's my nanofarady sheety thing here? So 1 microfarad is 1000 NF. 105. I don't know that I've got one of those. Any suggestions on that? I don't know why they're asking for that yet. I haven't looked properly at the alignment notes, which are up here. Right, okay, so it says to connect the DC voltmeter as an audio output meter across the volume control, R12. Switch to medium wave, turn the volume control to minimum output. So turn it to minimum. Connect the sig generator via the point and net base of TR3. Feed in 470 kilocycles or kilohertz and adjust T3 for maximum output on the DC meter. So that's where we are first. We'll go through this one bit at a time, I think. Is it helpful to put this up in the corner or something? I'm not sure how I could do that really, but yeah, I give up on that. It's not found that. Same age as David. By the next time 3D printing will be perfected. Jay, how you doing, mate? WD-40 for everything. It mucks up everything. You can do. Give everything a good tickle. Sewing machine oil is the best stuff for light lube. Well, I think probably I have got some lube here for. It's very light because it actually leaks through the blimmin' container. It's for shredders. Cheers, Derek. Getting ready for the net. Well, what are we doing for time? He's got half an hour yet, so we'll tune in to Derek in half an hour's time. I'll keep the radio on. I'll just squelch it out, and we'll see if anything pops up. Let's get Penguin's cam. Penguin, I'm taking it back. You've had it for long enough. So this can be our ham radio cam. See if we can hear Uncle Derek on the air. Uncle Derek on the air. No, we can't really see it. You can just about see it up there, but it's yeah, that's not a great angle. I'll have to rearrange the camera so you can see that a bit better. I'll have to rearrange Penguin's cam a bit better than that. That's shockingly bad. I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to do that yet, but we'll sort something. I might just have to hold it. So I can't hear anything yet, anyway. It might be that that I can't hear anybody, but I can usually get Wales quite well here. Banana bread. I do homebrew. I do, Adrian, but I haven't had any on the go for quite a while now, actually. I have got a kit. There's a kit called Victorian Bitter by, I think it's Brewmaster, and that is amazing stuff. Just add a little bit less water to give it a bit of extra strength, and it's lovely. So that's my homebrew kit recommendation of the day. I've got all the kit outside actually to do it, but I just haven't done it since we've been here. But yeah, I've brewed all sorts. I did a barley wine once. Christ, that knocked floored everybody. Finished work for Christmas, Marky. Well done, mate. Welcome and happy Christmas to you. Yeah, polarized is best. I've not got anything that small non-polarized, I don't think. No. Cut up at two 2.2s in parallel. I mean in reversed. Reverse 2.2s. I don't think I've got a 1 microfarad non-polarized, but I'm not saying I haven't. No. So look at these XY caps. What are these? 0.1. .103. 0.1. Use 2.47s in parallel if you've not got a 1. That's 2 470s, Nick, isn't it, you mean? Yeah, I've got 2 470s. 47, 470. I've got loads of 470s actually. He says. I have. Are these 470? Yeah, 474. So I've got 2 474s there. I'm pretty sure that's 470, isn't it? Yeah. So these are fairly low voltage. It doesn't not stick any high voltage up them. So I've got a couple there. 470s. There's not going to be quite 1 microfarad, but I'm sure it'll do. Can't connect that up because I've got no battery in it. So yeah, we can use that then. And I've created my 10-inch looplet. It's more like an oval, but I've created that from the template for that was Mrs. Cruncher's 10-inch frying pan. She'll probably whack me over the head with it when she gets back now. But I've just put that together with it's a whacking great coil, isn't it? I mean, you think my little one normally I've just got more turns on it, but this is what they want, so I thought we'll do it as I say. 10 inches circular, 3 turns of insulated wire, which is what it is. Caps in parallel are added. Added. Resistors in series are added. Caps in parallel are added. Right. So I need to find, I mean, I've got this resistor net jobby done. I've got that somewhere. What have I done with that? What have you done with that, Graham? I did put that together, resistor and capacitor. What have we done with that? Well, I've connected it, left it connected to that. Yes, I have. So yeah, that's my my resistor and capacitor in parallel. So again, it's 474, which is half a microfarad, and an 820 ohm resistor. I believe it was 820, wasn't it? Yeah, 820 ohm. So that's what we're connecting to the transistor bases. So next up is to get the thing back out of the case. So I've got the signal generator warming up in the background of 470. So we've got to pull our dial off again. It's definitely going to be Rob. Thank you. Chris, how you doing, Chris? Bar humbug. Welcome, Chris. When do you break up, Chris? Got to be soon, isn't it? Must be soon. So let's see if we can get this dial off again. Hopefully, being that I've painted my lovely. Let's fully mesh. Let's fully mesh it. No, it's the other way. Let's fully mesh it that way. Being I've put some nice lube on it. So there we are. That's our nice brand new dial. You haven't seen that, Chris, have you? Stuck very nicely, thank you. So I'm going to have to pull the pointer back off again. These two. Oh, goat. So I should think so. He's in there. You see him running then? So unscrew that and that. It wasn't the easiest thing to get back in the case, actually. It was a bit tricky. Right, I'll put that down on my lap because I don't want to crash it all up. You certainly don't want to be damaging that speaker that I've repaired. There we are. The chassis with my repaired speaker in it. Let's pop the case out of the way. So there we are. Whoa! Steady. Right. Is it going to be a pain in the neck? I mean, that we're going to have to take this board out, or can I get wires in there, I wonder? I bet you've got to take the blimmin' board out to align it. God, that can't be, surely. They wouldn't do that to us, would they? We might have to try and connect it on the top half of the chassis if that's the case, but right, so we've got my picture here. So the 1 microfarad capacitor has got to go. Looks like ground. To that white wire there, which is all right. Well, that's we're going to have to do that another way because I don't really want to take this board out, but I might have to get to some of the other points that they're on about in here. Now I can get to that one. Can I get to that one? Just get to that one, I reckon. No chance of that. Okay. Yeah, so I'm gonna have some issues with that. I'm just gonna go and get me. What am I doing here? What's going on? What's going on? Just gonna go and get me another beer a minute. Wholly unaware. Afternoon, how are you? Thank you, Rob. Cheers, mate. You're working till Friday. Wait for the cracking sound. Adrian, come on. You've got to be positive. It's going to be easy. Hopefully not wholly unaware. She might clip me around the ear with it. Right, let me go and get myself a beer. I'm going to pinch one of the ones that Chris has very kindly given me. I'm going to say hello to the doggies while I'm down here. Right, puppies? Yeah, good boy, good girl. They're very good, aren't they? Right, comfort break. Right, time now, the beer hunter. Beer hunter. So let's grab one of these. What have we got? We've got Dead Pony Club. I think we'll go with the Dead Pony Club. It's got some weird names on this stuff. So yeah, we've got to thank Chris for getting me these. I'm not going to bring the whole box up because it's heavy. Right, back in the room. I haven't had rabbit in years. I do like a bit of rabbit. Thinking about getting yourself a beer advent calendar so you can destroy yourself playing catch up. Brilliant. Excellent, Jed. Love it. Right. Brewdog. Dead Pony Club. Thank you, Chris. Dead Pony Club. They've got some weird words. Elvis juice, you know. Layer cake. That's got to be one of my faves. I've not seen a layer cake in the advent calendar yet, but Mrs. Cruncher does know that it's one of my favourites, so I'm sure it'll make an appearance. Brewdog has sort of come on leaps and bounds, haven't they? You know, a few years ago, no one had heard of them, but now they're everywhere. Harvey, how you doing, mate? That's Harvey's Vintage Audio and Reel to Reel Heaven. Danish native, afternoon, how are you? Zesty. Cool, that smells strong. Session IPA, a Dead Pony Club. Why is it a Dead Pony Club? It's really strong smelling, that. Doesn't really say a lot about it. It says saddle up for session. So get on your saddles. Let's get saddled up. Fiercely defined, yeah. I don't know, but it's good stuff. Oh, did you see that? I just tipped it all over the radio. That's probably not going to help the alignment situation. Probably won't assist the alignment. Oh, someone picked through there. We're premature, they're tuning up. So we're getting ready for Derek's net. We're going to call in. We're going to call in live. Live on YouTube. We won't spoil Derek's net, but we'll just say hello to him. It'd be nice to speak to Derek live on air, wouldn't it? It's only happened once, and that was when Gary hooked up with him. That was great. Cheers, people, and thanks, Chris. Nice. Very nice. Drunk circuits. Yeah. Also, it just needed that to get rid of the flux, I think, Harvey. That's what I did it for, obviously. Just to get rid of the flux on circuit. Right. So we've got our SIGGEN 470. So it says, oh, I've dropped my loop. I've got me bit there. Me 470 NF or half a microfarad cap with me 820 ohm resistor. I'm assuming you still got to connect the ground to the chassis, but right, let's see what it says. Stage 1. So it's saying connect. I don't think we've got to attach that. We've got to attach that capacitor yet. A 1 microfarad capacitor and a bladed type trimming tool for the IF transformer cores. It doesn't. It mentions the 1 microfarad capacitor here, but I'm wondering if it tells us at what stage we've got to install that, or do we install it from the word go? Okay, no, we do that when we're so we've got a shunt C24 with the 1 microfarad capacitor. So take it, we just put that across it, or in a C24. me just go back to the diagram, see which is C24. So C24 is up here. So basically, are we going across that capacitor by shunting it? We probably are. So we're adding 1 microfarad to C24, I take it. Shunt C24 with the 1 microfarad capacitor. Transfer to TR1. And oh, turn that down a little bit. Sounds like they could be getting active in a minute. I'll knock the squelch down a little bit on that, otherwise it'll be buzzing in all night. Right, so we're going to start off here anyway. So we're connecting DC voltmeter as an audio output meter across. So it's asking for where it says equipment required a high resistance voltmeter. So what would you class as a high resistance voltmeter? Can we just use our digital multimeter? Shall I use the... I think I might use the Radiocruncher actually, because that is 10 mega ohms on DC. Or does it need to be higher than 10 mega ohms? 10 mega ohms do? Or do you want higher? Higher or lower? Higher or lower? The leads on this thing are rubbish, by the way. It's a nice meter, but the leads are rubbish. Right. So this is what we're doing. We're going for number 1. Come in number 1. Across the volume control, so that's not the wiper, that's just straight across the 2 sides of it. So get that out of the way for a minute. Switching medium wave to the base of TR3. Right, we're going to find TR3 first. Let's do that first. Let's hook that up. TR3. It's this one, I think. One of our get. But from the top of the chassis, I don't know which is the base. And unfortunately, it's right underneath here. So we're going to need to take that board out. What a pain. You know, the fact it's got these liming things on it as well. Maybe we need to just hook some wires up to this and then stick it back on, because it's going to be very difficult with it floating around on the bench. I suppose what we ought to check first is that the actual cores move. So we need our special tool for that, which I've got 2 here, but I don't know if that one fits. Yeah, that's a good fit actually. This is the tool that Aston built. That one moves. So you've got to really get a tool that goes right the way down, because these cores are hollow. It needs to literally go right down in it like that. That one moves. That one moves. Yes, we're in business. That's the tool for the job then. I've got this one that Rob gave me that also fits down them, but the one that Aston's done for me is an absolutely perfect fit. So one of these will do it, one of these old RS ones. But we're gonna use Aston's tool for the job. Sorry about that, Aston, but you know, it's not very often I get your tool out to use, but this is one of those occasions. Right. So we know it. Here we go. So is there any other tabs? Or is that it? No, there's one more tab up here. So I think maybe we'll have to try and just hook wires up. I think that's all of them. Oh no, saying that, yeah, that comes out pretty easy. That's fine then. So we'll just leave it on the bench like that for now. Excellent. Just move that meter back. Now I can properly get all the connections done. So let's pre-do these. Made a pig's ear of twisting those together, didn't I? But you know. So that's got to go across there. I'm not going to do that yet because we're not at that stage yet. But I'm just going to hook one leg on just to make it a bit easier in a minute. Let's get prepped right up first. It's a bit of a faff, isn't it? I mean, end of the day, I could just do this by just sticking a signal in, and I could have done this by now. I could have already aligned it by now, really, but you know. Let's do it by the book because it's always something I'm always looking for help on is alignment. I'm no expert on alignment, but I'm not too bad on these AM sets. It's when you start getting to the more complex sets and FM sets that I struggle. So that's my two 474s in parallel. That's ready to go. So the other points that I need to connect to, let's just get you down a bit so you can see. So TR1 base. Actually, we're probably just going to be just as easy to just desolder this on each one. It'll be a lot better connection. So TR1 base is down here, according to that. So let's pop a fresh blob of solder on there. Just freshen it up a bit. TR1 is there. This is TR2 base. TR3 base is here. And the DC output meter is going across here. So we'll stick a couple wires on that. That'll just make it a bit easier to clip onto. Let me get a bit of wire. I had loads of wire here earlier. There it is on the floor. So this is what I've wound my wonderful coil with. Apologies, I can't see the chat at the moment. I'm just looking at the instructions as we speak. Actually, probably better to do 2 different coloured wires, isn't it? I get confused then. I'm easily confused. Easily led and easily confused. That's my excuse. So let's go with black as our ground connection. Stay still. Right. So positive, I'm just going to bend that a bit. Right, that's those 2 connections. So connect up to the meter just with some clip leads. So we need to be on the DC volts, 0 to 2.5 volts. Well, I've got a 1 volt and a 3 volt scale, so I'll leave it on the 3 volt scale for now. Turn it on, 0 adjust, we'll bang on, it doesn't really matter, does it? Battery, battery's okay. Right, so that's our point. DC meter, 1 microfarad cap. Yeah, we're good to go. We are good to go. So let's just get my screens back up so we can see what we're doing and get my chat up. Just check the chat and then we're good to go. It's all systems go. Cheers, Jed. Catch you later, mate. Slipped in the back door. It's safe. It's safe. Evening, Leslie, or Les. Who hasn't got thumbs? A voltmeter. Just a DVM. DVM won't give a stable reading now, but I prefer to use the like Nick is saying, moving core meter. Alignment for that looked like a pain in the bum. It is a bit in it, Chris, but then it is pretty straightforward once you're hooked up. Yes, Simon did. I've got one of his here somewhere. He made a fiberglass one, didn't he, Chris? Just catching up with the chat. Nine, yeah, I know. It's pretty shocking, isn't it, Chris? I thought it was a bit less than that if you've got an account with them, but it's a lot. It's a lot. Yeah, I was gonna just do it like that, to be fair, but I thought for the purposes of the video we'd do it by the book, Chris. So that's my thoughts. That's what we're going with. Right, so that's ready to go. That's ready to go. So my first one, then I need to, I've got the instructions here as well. I need to connect up to start with via the SIGGEN to the base of TR3, which is down here, according to this map, which I've got here, this little map of where to connect everything. So they've done a lot of it for you, really. They're not assuming that you're the best alignment guy in the planet. They are giving you a bit of a chance. So let's stick a little bit of flux on there. So this is TR3. So I'm just going to tack that on. So onto that's going to go my SIGGEN, which is here. Assuming that the other one goes to ground, although it doesn't really say. I'm just going to hook that onto there for now. Let's get my my solder away from the board, because that was just dragging right the way across the board. That's that. That's the. Actually, no, I'm cracking up here. I'm cracking up. That's the signal. Dear, oh dear, what are you on, Graham? The meter has got to go across the volume pot, not on. Oh dear. I think. I'm pretty sure that the meter has got to go across the volume pot. So, take it, that's the ground there. And that's the wiper there. Right, okay. I've got that right this time. Surgeons are not allowed to get confused. This could be a 3-beer stream. Turn the volume control to minimum output. Okay. What's there? Actually, am I cracking up? Does say connect DC output meter. No, I was right. I was right. I'm not cracking up. I am not cracking up. I was right in the first place. I thought I was, but I always question myself. Right, power supply. Let's use the power supply and connect that up. There goes the dogs barking again. I don't think that's Mrs. Cruncher home yet. If it is, she's early. She's finished at 7 tonight. There's nothing from Derek's net so far. Nothing breaking through. Yeah, so 9 volts. Let's pop that on. There we go. Let's turn. I'll leave the signal generator as it is at the moment. Let's turn the power on. Well, I can certainly hear the tone, but there's nothing on the meter. Because it's not turned on, Graham. Yay! We have meter action. So there's the meter. Actually, what I'll probably do is just pop that camera there in for the meter. Then we can do it a bit of a picture-in-picture. If it'll go down that far. Just turn that down a bit. Turn it off a station. Just turn that tone off for a minute. That's going to do my editing as well as yours. Does that make any difference if the tone's on or off? Yeah, it does. Oh well. Right, so let me get down to the actual radio part with this meter. What are you going on about, Graham? Right. So what it's saying, I have to put my glass tin over there somewhere. Oh, that is Mrs. Cruncher. Bear with me. There, Mrs. Cruncher's on her way. She's en route. Mrs. Cruncher's en route. Right, okay. So, evening, Mr. Cody's. Unmistakable 0.997 kilohertz tone. Lovely. Right, let me see the instructions then. So, we've got that. Feeding 470, just T3. For maximum output on the DC meter. So, I might need to turn the tone back on, which is a bit of a pain. So I need to very carefully manipulate this around without shorting anything out to get to T3. So T3 is this the last one here, I believe. That a one. Now, what have I done with Aston's tool? There it is. So, it doesn't say you've got to have it modulated. I assume you've got to have it modulated, but it doesn't say you've got to modulate it. So that is T3, that one there. So let's turn it. So, excuse me, I'm going to modulate it. So that's already peaked. That was peaked. That was peaked. Right, okay. Power off. Transfer the signal generator to the base of TR2 and adjust T2 for maximum output. So I've got the power back off. So we're going to change to base of T2, which is TR2 is this little dog leg here. This little dog leg here. So where's me? There it is. Right, T2 is that a one there. Just there. Fire in the hole. Okay. Let's just check it. What's the voltage? Just check down onto the other scale. It's a bit finer. Modulation. Absolutely spot on. No issues there. Power off. Now this is where we've got to shunt it now. We've got to shunt it. So this is where we've got to connect our cap up now. It's like a Christmas tree, this, isn't it? So we've now got to connect this cap down here. Let's just put a little bit of flux on that. And some sort of toolage. Yes, it's long fixed. It's long fixed, Dom, and welcome, hey. There's no Welsh action yet. Oh, I just burnt the leg of my my little mini tripod there. Okay, I'm shunted. I'm shunted, right? The noisy neighbours. Okay, setting the dogs off again. Right, we now need to be in TR1. Is this? No, TR. Hang on. TR3, TR2. 3, 2. Yeah, okay. TR1, adjusting T1. Is that one there? Now this one has already got a little bit of a chunk missing from this one. So this is going to be interesting. So shunt it, 1 microfarad, transfer signal to the base of TR1 and adjust T1. Oh, did I adjust it to TR1? No, I didn't. Let's take that very carefully back out of that core. So we've got to change our adjustment point up to here now. Up to here. Can you see? Yeah, just the little bit there. So that's where we're now injecting our signal. Up to there. So if anyone wants to follow along, this is the Dansette RT222. The schematic and everything's available online there. So there we are. We are good to go. Stick our tool in TR1 core. Just there. Fire in the hole. Now it says here that just TR1 for maximum output. Well, let me just do it without the tone first to see if this makes any difference. Are we getting a bit of that out of that? Just pop the tone on. So we gained a little bit there. We gained a little bit there. So it says now to rotate the tuning gang to maximum. Feed in 540 kilohertz and adjust L8 for maximum output. It doesn't say to do anything else. I'm still got the capacitor in place. Let's just pop the power off then. Take that one back out. Let's pop that one in. So we've got to adjust the so we want it fully meshed now and inject 540 kilohertz. So fully meshed. There. Reset the SIGGEN to 540 hertz. Oh, kilohertz, I mean. Unusual. So let's go 520, 40. There we go. Okay. Well, that's gone backwards, that meter. What's going on there then? Just double check what it's saying there. Just L8 for maximum output. That's not working for some reason. Rotate the tuning again to the maximum capacitance. Feed in 540 kilocycles. Just L8 for maximum output. Let's just see whether was that my lead just shorted there? Sorry, it doesn't hear that. Let me just turn this. All right, so he is out. So it's 520, 40. 60. He's about 565 at the moment, so that is way out. So it should be 540. Just have a tune around to this then. Seems to be a negative voltage. Let me just see if that's made any difference. Bloody... That was way out. That was miles out. I mean, it might be the metallic tool. Let's try a non-metallic tool in there. Very gently. Well, that's right now, assuming that's the right frequency. That's in. That was way out. It's tuned to 540 now, but it was on 560, but 565. Strange. Doesn't seem right to me. So it says now adjust the tuning gain to the minimum capacitance position. So fully open. Feed in 1640 and adjust C8 for maximum output. So where's C8? Okay, there's a little trimmer on here somewhere. A little trimmer. Just pop the power off again. Okay, now I don't see one. There's normally a pad or cap or something here. Was it one of those two? Okay, it might be one of these two. There's two up in the top here. I don't know if you can see it on this camera, picture in picture, but there's two tucked in underneath here. It's just about see two screws in there. Yeah, you can just about see them there. In here. That one. And that one. I think that's the padder caps. I can't believe that was that far out though. I mean, it doesn't seem right because it was working right. I didn't check the frequencies on the dial, to be fair, but right. So let's do it at so it wants to be fully open. Well, it wasn't fully meshed. Hang on, that moved. That had moved. Ah, okay. Flipping thing. That's moved. That had moved slightly, it wasn't fully meshed. I'm going to need to do that again. I've wound that way out now because every time you touch it on the bench it moves. It's really like that. Let's get one of Sean's doodad days in on it and see if we can stop it moving like that. No, we might have to get both of them in. Both of Sean's doodads in there. So, are we fully meshed now? Alright, let's just check that again. Fully meshed. Right, let's do that again. Lo and behold, we can't hear it now. So we're going to have to come right back up again. Make sure we're not shorting out on anything. Let me just tune around, make sure the frequency is there. Oh, actually, it's not far off. It's low now, if anything, there. Let's finish it off with a non-metallic tool. There it is. Okay. Done. Right. That's that one. So now we've got to adjust it so it's fully open. It really is easy to move that. It's my own fault because I've cleaned the hell out of it and I've greased it all up. But well, I say my own fault. That's what it should be. It should be easy to move. But you've only got to knock it and it changes. Right, so now I've got to find out where the hell this other adjustment point is. So it says, if you can adjust C8. Okay, it's one of those ones on the top, so C8 is the one closest to us. Okay. You're not going to be able to see this really because it's a weird angle. Can I get it around a bit more for you? Not really. So C8 is this one. So I've got to feed in 1640, 1.640 megahertz, 1.5, 60, 70, 80, 640 is going to be just there, roughly. I mean, this is the scale alignment, really, the dial alignment. So let's pop the power on. See how far off we are. Not a massive amount. That's 1.6. So it should be about. It's 1.65 is there. It should be about there. So let's adjust that. It's just in there. Can I get in there? No, I need something bigger. So let's go with just a normal screwdriver. That shouldn't mess it up too much. That was a bit out, wasn't it? Just turn the signal generator down a little bit. Let's do that again. That's it there. Right. Oi! Hang on. I got a dog scratching. Let me just go and see what's going on. You might want to go out toilet. What are you up to down here? What are you doing, Maddie? Are you having a bit of a scratch or are you okay? Need to go toilet? No? You sure? She's just having a scratch on the doormat for some bizarre reason. Okay. So next instruction then is it says repeat 5 and 6 until no further. Yeah, we'll put that. Across. Remove the 1 microfarad cap. So let's take that one out now. That's gone. So connect the signal generator output leads across the RF coupling loop and place a loop about 2 feet from the ferrite rod. So this is where I've got to find this 430 ohm resistor. 430 ohm resistor I've got to find now. Blue tack the tuning spindle. We've got a 470. What does it say? It's not a normal one, is it? We've got 470. 430. What's the chances of me finding a 430? Is that a random size? 820, 4.7. Right, I'm going through my resistor stash now to see if I can find a 430. 360, 510. Why a 430? I don't know. Let's probably somehow match it. We might have to gang up a couple to get 430. It's resistors in series, isn't it, to add them together? We might have to have a resistor tree because I can't see enough values there to get to 430. Let's just go to my my ancient stash. $470. I've got 330. I haven't got 100 though. Yes, I have. I can get to 430 by a 330 and 100. Where's my hundreds? There's 100. And a 330. I don't know what the importance is. It must be impedance matching somehow. Got to be in it. Let me just solder that together a minute. So I've got me little two resistors. There's someone else slamming. Yes, that is Mrs. C. Oh, that might be the boss home now then. Yeah, that sounds like Mrs. Cruncher's home. So that's me little resistor network, and I've got to connect that to this loop that I've made. Now I've got everything all tangled up together here now, so let's just sort that out. Let's go get the loop out. Unfortunately, there we go. There we go. That's me nice little loopy. Hi, Cara. So I'm going to just connect that to one of them. I'll just tack it onto one of the legs, save messing about with it. Right, that's me resistor in my leg of my loop. I assume that's the way to do it. Let me just check. See, I've got 430. It does seem to be specific on 430, doesn't it? Let's get this on ohms. Times. Where's my ohms? It's difficult to read it on that, isn't it? No, that's not much cop for ohms. Let's use the other one. Make sure that it's reading roughly 430 ohms. .435, that's good enough. .470 will do. Oh well. Don't matter, I've got it. So, tune the receiver to the 250 mark on the scale. How are you going to do that? How can you possibly do that? How can we tune it to 250 on the scale? Let me just double check what else we've got to do. Connect. Tune receiver to the 500 meter mark on the scale, feed in 600 kilohertz and adjust L3 for maximum output. Okay, so this is, we need to do this somehow. I've just got to work out how on earth we're going to tune this, get this scale right, because we haven't got the pointer on, we've got no case on it, so how are you supposed to do that? There's no... I'm going to have to sort of like poke this through the hole. And this is crazy now. I really don't know where they're going with this. So let's go up through that hole there. We've got to stick the pointer back on. So let's go all the way that way. So stick a pointer on there. So it says it wants it on the 500 meter mark, which is right the way over there, roughly. roughly. I think we're not going to be able to be very accurate with this, I can tell you. Yeah. Craziness. So we don't need that anymore. It does say that we're just connecting it, so we don't need that anymore either, do we? Of course we don't. We don't need to be connected to the IF strip now, so that can come off. We still need the meter connection there. So we still need our meter connection there, but that now needs to be connected to that. Just bending the ends of my nice newly made loop. It says you're about 2 foot away from it. That's a fair old distance, isn't it? Let's connect that to my loop, loopy loop. It's a couple foot away. That's sort of right over here somewhere. Right, that's that. Our meter's still got to be connected up to here. That's still got to be connected. This is pretty unnecessary, to be honest, but well, what the hell, you know, we're going to do it. We're going to do it. Right. What do we do now then? What do we do now then, Mr. Dansette? We've got to 500 meter tune, 500 meter scale, we're feeding 600 kilohertz and adjust L3. 600 kilohertz. So we're back on that scale. Let's go a bit closer. According to that, we're way out. We are way out according to that. Where's L3 then? No, that's the aerial one. That's no way. Unless we're on the wrong scale here. So much for you 2 foot away. That's way out. I don't think adjusting this, the aerial, is going to sort that out. So I don't think we're going to get that done today, to be fair, because I think I've got a horrible feeling I've just tuned all of that up in long wave. I've got a horrible feeling that I've just done all of that in long wave. I'm going to have to go right the way back through that. What a bummer. Oh well. I think I've just tuned that all up in long wave because that's just trying to work out where the case is. Well, it was good while it lasted. Apologies for the racket. But we are out of time. We're out of time to do any more today. I'm going to have to carry on with it tomorrow. But I won't do it on a stream. I'll have to do that off camera and show you the results. Whew. Wow. What a nightmare. Well, you know, we're nearly there. I think I've done it on long wave, not medium wave. I think that's the issue. Because that was way off. The dial alignment on medium wave is miles off. Absolutely miles off. So the IF would have been fine. That's not an issue with the IF, but the RF I'm going to need to redo. So there we go. Right, let me get some cameras sorted out here. Let's zoom that one back out. Get that one across and up. Let's get Penguin's cam out of the way, because it's time to do the advent calendar. If I can find room on the bench for it. Yeah, no worries. So apologies if I've missed any of your comments, but it's difficult when you're trying to line something. You really do have to concentrate. Hence me cocking up and leaving it in medium wave. But the problem is the radio is so much apart here. It's in so many pieces that it's difficult to know where the hell you are with it. But we'll know for next time. I'll get that done, and I can show you that tomorrow then. Right. Come on down. Let's find 21. On Mr. Weira. It was a good try, Chris. To be fair, it was a good try. You haven't got a Scoopy where 21 is, really? Mrs. Cruncher's home now. I'm normally got to be finished by about 7:30, really, so I'm a little bit over, but I thought we'd plough on with it. But we're there. We're pretty much there. The IF's done. That was pretty close, really. So 21, where are you? Come in, 21. Anybody see 21? I can see 22. I can see 23. I can see 20. I can't see 21. I can see it. I can see it. Jeff, how you doing, mate? Hi, Brett. Nobody see 21? In the snow, Jeff's saying. What, in the snow down here? No, it's not there. I can see it now. I can see it on the box somewhere. It must be in the snow. It's not in the snow. It's not in the snow. Should we go a bit closer? It's difficult to see, actually. I didn't say hello to you, Graham, Video Monkey. Yeah, it is. We are going to be moving the coils, Timothy. It is a lot of hassle, Rolf, isn't it? But there you go. It's I was trying to, well, we can do it by the book. There's no problem. Santa's head. Mick's got it. Well done, Mick. Well done, Mick. Is up here, look. On Santa's head. On his head. On his head. Right on his bonce. Let's have a look and see what Santa's got in his head then. Yeah, that was quite tough to see that because it's in the white, isn't it? Oh, we got another one of them screwy driver thingies. Another one of them screwdrivers for aligning radios. Not. Oh, that's a long one. 2.5 mil, 0.4. That's going to be useful because that's the same size as that one there, really. But a little bit longer and a much thinner handle. Nice. Nice. It's nice. Let's get in a bit closer then, and let's stick it in with all the rest of the bits. What's turning out to be a very nice advent calendar this year. They're always nice, to be fair, but it's good when they mix it up a bit and make them a bit different, isn't it? Let's get that out a little bit. Nog in the nog. So yeah, another one going in. They do make some lovely tools, Weira. You know, no affiliation with them, but they do make some nice kit. Very well put together. There we are. Coming on nicely. We've got all our bits now. So there's only 2 slots left to fill. Looking at this. And 3 days to go. So we've got something extra coming, I think. There we are, we're at Advent Calendar. So, I hope you've enjoyed that today. It was a lot of work to print that dial face and to sort that speaker, but I'm well chuffed that speaker's working. That's amazing. I can't believe that. That's quite an achievement to get that with that speaker fixed, I can tell you. And then the work to do the dial with me cutouts, dial plate reconstruction. So yeah, I'm going to play about with the alignment on that again tomorrow. So it's basically exactly the same as what I've done, except I'm going to have the knob in medium wave now, not long wave. That should hopefully sort the RF alignment out. But IF was pretty much bang on, wasn't it? So there we are. That's all of it for now. Thanks again, everyone, for the super chats. And what I was going to say is I'm up to 3,992 subscribers. I'm eight away from getting the 4,000. So if you're watching this and you're not subbed, just hit the sub button if you would. Let's see if we can get me to 4,000 by Christmas. 3 days left. 3 streams left. That's right, isn't it? Or 2 streams. Three streams. Wednesday, Thursday. Three streams left. Yes, it did work, Jeff. It did work, mate. Believe it or not. Sorry, you joined a bit late, but it worked. It did work. Brilliant. So thanks again today, everybody. Hope we've enjoyed that. Say we didn't 100% achieve the alignment, but we got there nearly. So anyway, catch you again tomorrow. Bye for now.